Hey! Alright, so what's today? Today is Thursday, November 19th, 2015. Re-recording a video because it was too fucking long, so it's a little talk about my, where I'm at in my life. So this is for the future me, my ex, if she sees this, my brother, and just random ass people. That's who it's for. But I want to talk about where I'm at in life right now. So I just broke up with my girlfriend about a month and a half. Her name was Diana Nguyen. Second year like me. And oh god, I just wanted to talk about my first heartbreak, I guess. So okay, sum up how I met her. I met her at a Zeta Rush party. I used to pledge for Zeta Phi Rho and didn't unfortunately cross, but you know, shit happens. So I met her on the first day. The first day we met, I was driving her back, and she's super drunk. And our apartment, or her room, was actually 3 doors next to mine, and it's the weirdest way to meet someone when they're drunk and you're sober. And I just helped her walk into the door, and she kept harassing me about how, like, I didn't live 3 doors next to her. She's like, no, you don't, no, you stop lying, stop being nice. I was like, really, nigga? Just kidding. But, like, that's how we first met, through Zeta Phi Rho, and that was a funny way to meet her. But let's move on. Next time I really got to know her is after I quit pledging, and I started to go to Nikai Student Union, which is a club that she told me about that parties a lot. And so I came out a lot with my best friend Boston, and we got to know her friends better with Stella and some other friends, but that's kind of irrelevant. But yeah, that's how we got to know each other. And I guess the moment that really sealed it is Beyond, at fucking Beyond. She wasn't gonna go until my best friend Boston actually convinced her to go. Ironically, Boston was the one that liked her and I didn't. It was so funny because, like, I was trying to hook him up with her, but I ended up taking her for my own on accident. I asked her, I was like, why don't you dance with Boston? She's like, why? And I was like, I didn't answer. I was like, fuck, I fucked up. I'm rolling so hard and I don't know what I'm doing with myself. And that's what happened. And eventually I came up behind her and I kind of grabbed her hands, and her hands went like that, you know, a little lovey-dovey shit, and we fit each other. And I brought her close to my body. I still remember the song that made me fell in love with her. It was Sky Full of Stars by Hardwell, and Hardwell was playing at the time too. And I took her into my arms, and I know she loves stargazing, so what we did was I was brushing her face besides my face, and then we were staring at the stars, and it just felt like in that moment that the only thing that was there was just me and her and the music and the stars. I can say that this is one of the moments that every couple wants, when you realize that you kind of found your soul partner. It was so perfect. Like, it was something I wanted through a high school and middle school. A moment where I finally realized, like, I'm with her, like, the one. But, you know, things don't happen things happen and things change. But after Beyond, I started to contemplate whether I really liked her or not, and that was a little bit of an issue, but I did eventually come to like her, just not because I thought I was being forced to like, but in reality I wasn't. I just didn't understand what it meant to love someone after high school, after I loved my best friend, and that shit didn't work out. And after falling in love, that spring quarter was the best quarter I could ever say for my first year, or at least for me so far. I got to experience what I've never experienced in high school or in middle school, like someone to be with, someone to sleep with, someone to do all these things you want to do on a date. Even though we didn't really have any dates though, but that's fine. I And then summer happened. We kind of started talking about why we would break up, and like we had started having issues, and that kind of just pushed us from each other. And there was arguments about her dancing with another guy, how she was talking to her parents and treating her, how her past was, and it's just overall trust issues. I guess that was a lot of caused a lot of problems. And I sometimes wish that I, like, when we argued, that I could have made it up, I guess. Not with just words, but with actions, but I didn't really know what to do with the actions. And I kind of fell to my downfall. And I guess what the real breaker was the sorority thing, because I knew how guys were, and I knew that if she joined the sorority, that things weren't going to be the same. And that happened, and then she just one day told me, first week we were back, that was supposed to be the happiest week, but that was not a fun week. Let's just say that. And we started drifting little by little, and eventually she was at that point where she said, I don't love you anymore. I feel like those words are more harsh than being cheated on or kissing someone else or dancing with someone else, because at least they still love you, but when you hear the words I don't love you, it shattered my heart into like a million fucking pieces. It was terrible. But the following 2 weeks or the month after, I felt like shit. I cried, my grades dropped. I just didn't want to do anything with my life anymore. And it was kind of pathetic, to be honest. But I guess things happen, and if time doesn't wait for us to change, we either change with time or we get left behind, which kind of sucks. Well, there's a lot of things I've learned though from her. Number one, don't try to make someone be something they're not. Don't try to push them too far to become the best they are, because it takes time and it takes heart. Don't talk shit about people, because obviously that shit's gonna end up in gossip and everything. And don't revolve your world around one girl, because once you lose that one girl, your world, there's not gonna be anything left. You're not gonna have your friends, your family. You don't even know what to do for yourself after you leave her. And I kind of realized that this journey wasn't so much as finding someone else for me, but finding myself. So, yeah, that's all I wanted to say. To my ex, if she does see this video, I'm sorry for everything I've done to you, and I'm sorry that things that happened, that we went from friends to lovers to super deep lovers, then and out of nowhere we became friends, and now we're back to strangers. I never wanted that to happen, but I needed space to let go. But I do miss you a lot, and I do still love you. Trust me, I still love you, which I'm an idiot for doing, but you mean a lot to me. You changed me a lot, and I want you to know that. I don't know if you're ever gonna see this video, so just saying. But I do love you, Diana. Just know that. And if you ever need me, I will always be there for you. Well, I guess that's enough for this video.